It's the RL Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Chris Carlisle. I went to the Cougar football game against Bosqueville on Friday, September 20th. The Bulldogs won the coin toss and chose to kick off. The first quarter ended with a scoreless tie. Carson Colleague caught a touchdown pass from Price Rawbroker for 37 yards to put the Cougars up 7-0. Bosqueville responded when Dax Ferris ran 7 yards for a score. So the first half ended with the score tied, Cougars 7, Bulldogs 7. At halftime, both of the bands played music from the competitions they're taking part in. Song donations were taken in honor of a Bosqueville student who passed away recently, and there was a moment of silence observed before the Bosqueville band played. Brady Taylor from Channel 10 was at the game. He must live in Bosqueville because he had a Bulldogs cap on. In the second half, the Cougars took the lead when Zaylon Wells ran 34 yards for a score. That made the score Cougars 14, Bulldogs 7. The Cougars scored again when Wells ran this time for a 64-yard score. That put the Cougars up 21-7 as the third quarter came to an end. I left at the start of the fourth quarter. I took a picture and shared it on my Facebook page. I saw a comment saying that the Cougars won the game 27-9. The Cougars scored again when Jeremiah Harris ran 6 yards for a score, but the PAT was blocked and the Bulldogs got back on the board when Brody McNamara ran the blocked PTA back. So that made the final score Cougars 27, Bulldogs 9. That improves the Cougars' record to 3-1. They'll play at Normandy in the last non-district game. Like I said, I think it was the first game I'd been to in almost 10 years. I wish I'd been going since, but I was always working until either 11 o'clock at night or at midnight. Cougar Stadium looked really nice. They had made some improvements to it over the years. I made a short and a slideshow that I uploaded to YouTube. Like I said, hadn't been there in 10 years. I had gone to a JV game last year, and I went to a few baseball games, and there was a lot of new faces there. I didn't recognize hardly anybody. Anyway, in other action from Central Texas High School football, on the way home I listened to the Cameron Yola versus the Lorena game on 105.1 Shooter FM. The Yeomen lost to the Leopards 26-13. Then I tuned over to ESPN Central Texas and heard the end of the Temple versus Austin High game. The Wildcats beat the Maroons 52-13. Other scores: Alvarado beat Connolly 55-42. Whitney beat Rogers 64-13. Excuse me. Let's see here. Vanguard College Prep from Waco beat Veritas from Austin 71-22. Texas Win from Waco beat Walnut Springs 46-0. Valley Mills beat Blooming Grove 23-16. Teague beat Mahia 28-20. And LaGrange beat Taylor 35-7. During the football game, they announced that the Lady Cougars volleyball team won their match at Valley Mills Friday night, or Friday evening, rather. The Lady Cougars won in 4 sets. Coach Amanda Spencer posted on the RL Athletics Facebook group page that the JV fought hard in their game but come up short. Then they both the varsity and JV beat Milano on Tuesday. The Lady Cougars were supposed to host Bremont tonight. But Coach Spencer posted on the RL Athletics Facebook group page that the match will instead be in Bremont. She said it's so the players who are in the band can play, and they also can support the players in the football game against Normandy. The Fighting Cougar Band will play at the Riso Marching Band Invitational tomorrow. There's a business in Rosebud which has painted some spirit messages on windows of storefronts around town. Well, that's going to be it for this week. I'm going to be back in a few weeks. I'm taking a week off from my podcast. I do this as a podcast as a Cougar fan and an RL graduate. I graduated back in 1988. It's not connected in any way to the Rosebud Alot School District or Rosebud Alot Athletics. I hope you like it anyway. If you do, be sure to hit the download button, leave a like and a rating, and follow and subscribe. It's on most platforms.